Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Club. This is Joe Shoop with my partner, Mark Stevens, Shirley, and we are trying to see if we can bring another special guest on. But good morning, Mark.
Morning, Joe. Morning, Shirley.
Morning, Mark.
How you
Morning.
Good morning. Okay, so let's see. We are, good morning, everyone. And we have some interesting things to show you today. So I just want to, I have not shared my screen yet. I need to go get a little bit of stuff here to get that ready. But anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about a new app today. And we'll talk about some communication as we always do, because we think that's the foundation for success, is learning how to communicate effectively, and especially in the business that we're in. Wouldn't you agree, Mark?
Yes, I do. It's very important. Very important. Big part of your business. And this app that we're going to talk about is very interesting. Very dynamic.
A little bit of noise in the background. I don't know if it almost sounds like an ocean. I don't know what that is. But maybe it's my end. Maybe it's my computer. I think it is my computer. Sitting here, a fan going on. That's what it is. Sorry about that. Can you hear that, Mark, running or no?
I don't hear it now.
I couldn't hear it.
Okay, good. That's only me hearing it then. All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to go pull up a little bit. We're going to cover a few things today. Really important, Mark, is that we are now involved in a company that has an application, an app that's just mind-boggling. Mark and I just got off a call that we wished everybody was listening to. I can tell you that because I don't know about you, Mark, but I'm almost speechless right now.
Well, I mean, it's a different day in this industry. And we're, Joe, we've always talked for years and years that what the industry doing we thought was totally wrong.
Yeah.
They're still doing it. And, we talked about the 98% that's not making any money or make very little money. And there's something needed to be done about it. And we've done that. And we've got still more to come that we're going to disrupt the entire industry. We have the tools and we have the products and we have the company to do it. And that's what we're going to do. And we've been waiting for this for years.
There's no question about it that there is something major going to happen here with immediate income, number one. And the genius behind Dr. Needham is mind-boggling to me. How much he knows and went over today.
Joe?
Yeah.
Jane says she's sorry.
Wait. All right, go ahead. Tell me what she says. Sorry.
Sorry, but I cannot get on the web with you.
Oh, and yeah, Jane, you mean? Sorry, I see it there. I got it. All right, so put a message in and tell her to come in the regular way. Oh, she's on there already. I can get her on.
Yeah.
I can get her on. She probably hears me right now. No problem.
Right.
This message. All right, Jane, I'm going to, let's see if I can do it on this. No, you know what? It's not letting me invite her as a speaker. The old place did, but now it's not letting me. That's okay, Jane. We'll figure this out. Yeah, we can't. I can't. This new format doesn't allow me to bring her in as a speaker from this point. It just doesn't do it. The old one did. This one does not. Yep, can't do it. All right, so she hears me. So, Jane, we'll be fine. You can type in some messages if you like. But thanks, Shirley. So anyway, Mark, my mind just after getting off with Dr. Needham and JC is just to see what this app is capable of and what his vision is of how this all works. And I can tell you now, there isn't anybody on this call or that could be on the call that heard what he said today and what he's been saying, but basically today, Mark's not kidding about changing the way people will make money in the industry. A mathematician who figured something out that's just mind-boggling to me, Mark. I don't know what the heck to say about it. But I'm going to bring up me and Shirley. Does everybody see that? But why don't you type in there and tell what you see?
Okay.
Okay, so let me go over and click entire screen and share. Mark?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you see my screen?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, look, this one of the things that a couple weeks ago got me interested, a month or so ago, was that this company was a feeder program, and they have their own programs that they can feed you into, but you can use it as a feeder program for any company. You can bring people into a company called Power for 3 Squared, and then the education that's available, because basically, Mark, as Dr. Needham says, it's an educational company. And be able to educate people, and you can use it for whatever you like, to be honest with you. But the truth is, the programs that they have set in place will enhance, your income, your life, and so on. So we're not going to cover all that today, but basically, that's what this company is. It was created by a man named J.C. Hill and Dr. Needham. And his whole thing in mind was to provide a solution for everyday people. And truthfully, they did that. And that's who J.C. is. Excelled in individual sports in school, worked with doctors in psychiatric department for a new field called behavioral modification way back. Worked in the restaurant business as a successful dining room manager. U.S. Air Force. Worked for fundraising company. Apple Computer is where he started when Macintosh computers were just getting started. He developed desktop publishing. He became a specialist in desktop publishing, and then he developed software. Was recognized worldwide. He created referral marketing programs. And through all this, his desire to help people succeed initially and eventually helped him create a company called Power 3 Squared. And it's called that for a reason. But this is, it's, as I said, you join this company and you're presented with additional opportunities. So it's a funnel, basically, that feeds you into these programs. And one of the programs, we'll go through a few of these things here. And we know this, that Mark, you want to comment on this slide here? Mark, can you hear me?
Yeah, I have my mic off. Yeah. We've talked about this many times that, 98% of the people in the business, in this industry, they make little or no money. And a lot of them end up getting out quick because they don't understand delayed gratification. They want to make money now. And, what we have here is we solve that problem for them, with the power of 3, as you see here on the screen. Why is it, why? So, Joe, tell us why it's going to be any different, because we've been talking about this for years. Now, people are going to want to know, why is it going to be any different now? So, how do you address that?
Well, again, it's those income streams because, we've always talked about, you don't put your eggs in one basket. And of course, like I said, this being a feeder program, it feeds into these other income streams. And the first step is you join the company and then it talks about these. But here's the thing. I'm going to walk through and I can tell you that it's perfectly legal. We have, lots of lawyers behind this but I wanted to get to this, Mark. This is what I really wanted to do and talk about Dr. Needham for a minute. The credentials of this man is mind-boggling to me. business advisor, coach, innovator, economic and social theorist, author, public speaker, scientist, thought leader in financial services, franchising, cooperatives, and public and private governance. Listen, I want you to just hear this about cooperatives, because this is what this company is really all about. And it's unbelievable to hear what he has come up with to share in a cooperative setting the profits of the company. It's just mind-boggling how they did this. He's written several books, working on his 18th book. Some of them here. Here's the one here now that's out in May. From Scarcity to Abundance. Look at the books here. So, sorry about that. Some of the things that were written. Why divide when you can multiply? Sow a seed, feed a nation. President of Spectrum Advanced Markets, business advisor and consultant for profit, nonprofit, ministry, and cooperative business concepts. Scientist. As a scientist, Dr. Needham has a highly decorated military career. Included member of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, National Space Transportation System, Power Flight and Ascent Design Team in Houston, Unified Space Command, worked as a consultant for the government as a defense contractor, public speaker, numerous conferences on missions, strategic planning, franchising, ministry development, cooperatives, and new trends. Recently spoke in 2014, Future of Money and Technology Summit in San Francisco. Appeared on numerous TV and radio stations, being featured in several newspaper, internet, and industry magazines. Look, it doesn't get any bigger than this. When you hear Dr. Needham talk, you understand where his heart is and why he's willing to help people. So, this is really what he talks about. He talked about today to us about being agile and disruptive and on demand and innovative and collaborative and sharing. I'm not going to go through all these things, but this is the foundation of what he's built on this. And one of the things that is just going to take your breath away is what's called the 7 rings of wisdom and 7 rings of wealth. And this will teach you how to have balance in most important areas of your life. So again, it's about life skills that he and his wife, Charlene, teach. So I wanted to get today, we talked about what this was. This is the app we talked about. And I don't know a lot about this, Mark, as far as being able to teach it. Dr. Needham, probably would rather do this himself. Unfortunately, we don't have him scheduled today. He will be here in 2 weeks. Not next week, the following week, he'll be here discussing this with us and talking about this. But this application, this app is going to change the world. It's just going to change the way social media is conducted. And I wish I could absolutely, go over all. I'm going to give you one area that I do know about. And it has this ShoutNation has 4 elements to it, as you can see. Shout, buzz, listen, talk. And it will disrupt the market. I tell you right now, it is just as he says, just as Uber has disrupted the transportation world, and Airbnb has disrupted the hotel business, the hotel industry. That's what this is going to do. Imagine for a moment that you had this app, and let's say 10 million people had this app worldwide. 1 billion people. They will have it because they can download it for free. But let's suppose for a moment, and I'll speak to some of the people on the call that have products or have their own product. Maybe they invented something. Maybe they have a product they want. Let's just assume for a moment that you want to shout something out. Now, I know in other social media sites, you're those people who you are friends with and liked and all that will get your message. In ShoutNation, the billion people who have downloaded the app, when you shout out your message, are going to receive your message. Now, that alone, Mark, is enough for me to want to dive in and learn more and more and more. And I could explain a little bit more that Dr. Needham shared with us this morning, but I'm not qualified to do that. I know this. That alone should excite people to say, I need to know more about that. And if Jane, if you want to comment on there and throw some things into there, that's fine. I can't see anything that you would be writing, but Shirley and Mark can. So, and Mark, I know this, that these 4 elements of ShoutNation, all in one place, will enable you to do those things that you could normally do on Twitter, Facebook, and WhatsApp. They're all going to be in one place. Now, you want to see something crazy? It's an app you download for free. But if you actually want to belong to that financial community, let's say, it's $6 a month for this app. So, Mark, do you want to comment on that a little bit?
Yeah, and based on what you just said, you can earn an income on that with the upgrade. Now, the beautiful thing about this is the fact that it has so many capabilities, because normally, then when you talk about Facebook, different social media apps, they're all different, and you are charged for them, but the companies did not pay you anything for sharing it. And just think about having all of this. You know, Facebook has what, millions of people. You know, and then you've got the other one that has 1 billion people. So what we're saying is that you have all this, and it's separate and apart, but you're going to have it all in one app. So, for example, if you have a business, and you know, Joe and I have talked about it many times, that you know, we talk about people locations. You have to bring in more people locations to get your business, and we talk about marketing, which is getting your information, you know, into the hands of people. Well, how about shouting it out at one time to as a million people? Or if you want to have your own private group, you can just shout it out just to your group. And what about video? You'll be able to send video out as well, documents out. There's so much in this one app. And that's why it's called Shout Nation, because you can get it out to the entire nation and get paid for doing it. Whereas you don't get that. Facebook doesn't pay you anything. None of the other social medias pay you anything. But what do? They put ads on there, and they make millions and millions of dollars. We won't even have ads on this. We won't need it. But you're still going to be able to earn an income. So what it is, Joe, it's an app that it's all in one, that you can do everything that you want to do and actually get paid for doing it. So how cool is that?
Yeah,
I mean,
very.
Joe?
Yes.
Jane says, Buzz, send your news feed to everyone. Imagine getting your business or opportunity out to everyone for only $6.
Yeah, like there's 4 features, 3 features, well, 4 features to this, and it's like Shout is like Twitter, a single shout. That's what Dr. Needham explained today. And Buzz is shout it, all shouts, like
Okay.
Facebook.
When you download,
You can actually select the group, as Mark says. In Buzz, you can select those people. You can be very selective and speak with them as, you know, individually like that, or as that group.
yeah. When you download the app, it will ask you to have access to your contact list. You say yes. Then they'll come back and ask if anyone on the list needs to be removed. Once done, Share will send a test to all of you on your contact list. Then they will mark it to your group.
It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. We're going to have Dr. Needham on here and explaining this. And I can tell you now, you get your people ready to listen to this and see what – I mean, this is, again, only a piece of the company itself. But this is a big deal for a lot of people. But, yeah, we'll have him on and talking about that, and maybe JC next week, Mark. We'll talk about that. But I know we can get Dr. Needham in 2 weeks. He agreed to be here in 2 weeks. And I can tell you right now, I would put as many people on this call to listen to him, to talk to you about cooperatives to begin with, and show you how this new pay plan, and I can honestly say for the first time, this is not multi-level, because it is not about multi-levels of pay. Multi-level marketing means the multi-level part means pays. Levels of pay. You get paid on level 1, level 2, level 3. That's not how this is done. So it's going to be very interesting to hear him explain that. And I'll tell you, if you can sleep that night after he talks about this, I'll be surprised.
I have a question.
Sure.
For the $3 membership, and you can use this ShoutNation for free for 60 days. Is that right?
Free trial of Turbo for 60 days.
Okay, what's the difference between Turbo and ShoutNation?
Well, that's the upgrade. The Turbo is the upgrade.
Okay, so the ShoutNation, you can do all this advertising for just that $3 a month, right?
$3. The $3 is the portal that you come in, which is the hub, which is Power of 3 squared.
Right.
I'll let you explain that, Mark.
And then you can use the ShoutNation.
Let Mark finish that.
In other words, okay, basically the app is free, and then you have the Turbo as a trial. Okay, for $3 you have a 60-day free trial, and if you like it, then you can upgrade for $6, and you'll have everything for as long as you pay your $6 a month. And you can still earn income from it as well, because the people that you have free and they upgrade, you're going to get compensated for. So it's another income stream, and similar to the Power of 3. And this is why we always talk about what you do. You always come in through the Power of 3 to these other program and income streams that this company we're going to be offering. So I mean, and this is why Joe say you probably ain't going to be able to sleep, because when you have the types and the streams of income that we're going to be talking about, and even for those that were on last night's webinar as well, and you saw that, I mean, it's just phenomenal. It solves a lot of your challenges, income wise, communication wise, and then when you have the 7 rings as well, I mean, the combination of them all are lethal, and that's what's not going to let you be able to sleep. I'm not getting much sleep these days because I'm so excited. When I lay down at night, I'm just thinking of how many lives we can be instrumental in changing, not just in our country, but around the world. And we have this in our hands, and we have it to use, and we're going to have more and more and more. And we're going to have education that they don't necessarily even teach in school. What Dr. Needham is going to share with us and what we're going to have, it's going to be phenomenal. That's all I can say. So you definitely want to be here in 2 weeks when he comes back on.
The first thing, Shirley, to see here, excuse me, Mark, go ahead, finish.
Yeah, so in essence, what you want to be doing now is you want to be building up your Power of 3 people, as well as your 7 rings, of wealth people, and getting ready for what's coming behind that. So that's what you want to be doing right now. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I was just going to say the first step, everybody should understand the hub to all of this is joining the Power of 3 squared for $3. And as you can see, it's paid for. paid forward by the person who introduced you. So people that don't understand it, that gets you in the system. That's in the system. Now, if they actually joined the other company first, they could do that, but I recommend you'll lose money if you don't come back here and actually do this. I won't explain that today, but you want to get here first and make sure that you are registered here, and then it allows you to go to the portal and see these things and register for these other things. And again, if some of you noticed that, when they launched actually the 7 rings last night, people came through and it was also paid forward for them. And that's, again, this is a pay it forward system. This is not a gifting of any kind. This is not gifting at all. This is a cooperative effort. A co-op, a true co-op that rewards people for giving. And that's why this is paid forward here. But Dr. Needham will explain that, about the concept and where it all came from and why they developed it this way. But anyway, that's the portal. That's what you want to do, is go there first. And, of course, you need someone to refer you to that. So people that introduce you, you want to make sure you get back to those people. But that was the thing that I wanted to now, this is another interesting one, what we'll talk about later, about people that, because of this, a VIP upgrade can actually get you to buy gold at spot price. I mean, that's in itself a mind-boggling thing. I've been buying gold for years, and I've never bought it at spot price. But we will be disrupting the market here with this, Mark. They will. I mean, this is amazing. With all the programs, clearly this is going to happen. But this is the one I wanted to just shout out today, so to speak, is that this alone, and I'm not even explaining the intricate details here on how this can affect your business in the future and your life. This app here is going to change it all. There's no question about it. Look, I talked to people over the weekend, Mark, and what I discovered, and I did some research since I've been home, to find out that what's happening to Facebook. That's number one. And Facebook is losing its younger clientele. That's what's happening. I don't know if people know that, but I spoke to a gentleman, Jeff. I'll just tell you his name is Jeff. He's very educated in this area, and we had a long talk, and he informed me. So I did some research and found out that it's true that Facebook is losing its younger crowd. It's going now. It is the baby boomers now that are actually like myself, who's about to pay attention to, starting to pay attention to things, and we probably got in the game late, Mark. But here's the bottom line now: Facebook is not growing.
Yeah, because you got the millenniums. That's what you're talking about. The millenniums.
Millennials are taking over. Exactly right. And Generation X, they're taking over, and they're using other sources.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wait till we get all of this.
When do they get their hands on this?
Yeah. But on top of that, with Facebook, they've had all that bad reputation coming up.
By the way, speaking of Facebook and comparing it here, number one, this is one app all combined in one. Number two, no advertising and no selling of your information or details. No advertising will be on these apps. 0. So it's something that I suggest you get your mind into and find out what this is all about, because this is clearly the first of its kind, and it is going to disrupt. And you can use it. Look, you'll be able to use this for any company you want. I'm not suggesting that you do or don't. I'm just saying you can. And in fact, just the power of 3 squared, without any of this other stuff, has an application in there, or a process or procedure in there, where you could actually use and market a product through Power of 3 Squared, your own company if you want. Or you can market that. How about this? Coming soon. How about this, Mark? Coming soon. A contact manager, usually running anywhere from $20 to $100 a month, depending on the details of your contact manager. A contact manager is a tool that you use to put your leads in and start sending them information, and the system keeps track of them, where they are, what letter they have, whether they responded, and so on and so forth. And it sends letters out on a regular basis, inviting them to look, or when a person does fill out a capture page, it starts another series of letters thanking them and encouraging them to schedule an appointment and talk. Okay, now, again, anywhere from, I know that I pay $100 a month for that right now, because I have a large database in there, over 6,000 people in that contact manager. And now if you want 1,000, it costs you $20 a month. And it'll do all the things you wanted it that I just mentioned. How about if you had one that you paid $3 a month for? That is what is coming with Power of 3 Squared. A contact manager, $3 a month, commissionable, small, but, and be able to use a contact manager like that with a funnel, a capture page, an autoresponder, a manager of your business. Look, the second reason for failure in the United States is poor record keeping. The first reason for failure is undercapitalization, and you can't possibly be undercapitalized at the $3 and a $5 program. JC talks about people telling them you can't make money with a $3 program. Now, I put a couple charts up there. I'm not going to go through them. But you can. Absolutely can. It's mind-boggling how this is set up. But how about if you had a contact manager? Could everybody afford a $3 a month? Could everybody afford $3? Could you afford $6 for Turbo for ShoutNation? I mean, you get it for free, but you don't get paid. But if you upgrade, you get $3 for your 60-day trial. And if you want to upgrade, it's $6 a month. And by the way, that comes out of earnings. You won't even have to pay for it. It was paid forward for people, and then comes out of earnings. Anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to cover today. And I don't know if you have any more comments, or Jane's put anything up there. Jane works directly with the company. I'm not sure, Jane, what is your title with the company? But either way, I know that she's very qualified, and Jane has built downlines of a couple 100,000 people. Keep that in mind. Jane Schleif. She has built downlines, let me say it again, of a couple 100,000 people. She might know what she's talking about.
She hasn't put anything more up yet.
That's all right. But we'll she'll be back with us as well as soon as we figure out. There was a kind of a last minute thing for us to have her go into Webinar Jam, but we'll get her squared away and get her to be able to be on here with us. So, Mark, I don't know if you have anything else to say, but I don't know what else to say. This is kind of just a little talk about this today. This is not the details of this have to come from Dr. Needham and JC. I just don't have the words to describe. This is one tiny element of Power of 3 Squared, which can help any business you have. You there, Mark? No, you're skipping.
Okay. Jane says she works with support and also doing every type of assistance needed for day-to-day operations.
That's what she does. She called me late last night with some support stuff. All right. So, Mark, we can't hear you.
I'm here.
All right. There you go. All right. Well, let's we'll close this out, and if you want to know more about it, you just send an email to the Breakfast Club Broadcast at earthlink.net. The Breakfast Club Broadcast at earthlink.net. No, at Gmail. I'm sorry, not Earthlink. At Gmail. The Breakfast Club Broadcast at gmail.com. Sorry about that.
Should I put it in the comments?
You can put it in there, yeah. Just the Breakfast Club Broadcast at gmail.com.
Well, the last thing I want to say is that now there is no reason for failure because you're going to have all the tools that you need to do whatever you need to do. And the only way I can see that because even in some of these things, if you fail 99%, the 1% would still be as well as the type of income that people earn in this country. And the only reason that you can fail is that you don't take advantage of this. That'll be your failure. You don't want to miss this because this is what we've been talking about for years and been wanting for years for people in this industry, not to be taken advantage of, not have so-called leaders leave you out in the cold, not have the proper tools that you need to run your business. You're going to have everything. And like I said, the only reason that you won't or that you fail is because you didn't take it. So,
hey, Shirley, you have the wrong thing in there.
Okay.
Take that out of there. It's the Breakfast Club Broadcast at gmail.com. Please change that. Take that down. Erase. I can erase it right here, it looks like.
I got it.
All right.
So even, now with the tools and things that we have and that we're offering, even your novices are going to be able to come in and they're going to be able to get started and to get their business started and be able to have a confidence because of the tools and the people that are behind it and that are willing to give you help. And there's nothing more beautiful than pay it forward opportunities, because now you'll be able to bless people and it's going to bless you right back. It's amazing what can happen to you now. And you don't have to worry about companies taking advantage of you. You don't have to worry about so-called leaders taking advantage of you, because like I said, to become a leader, you have to offer certain things. You have to teach others. That's what leaders do. They teach others. They teach them how to dream more, to learn more, and to do more, and to become more. That's what a leader does. Up in this as well. We want to develop leaders so that you'll be able to duplicate yourself, duplicate leaders, and be a part of this co-op and be able to be a blessing to everyone around the world. If that's what you want to do, you can do that here.
Well, I just
never had this.
Everybody comes back, Mark, and listens to what a true co-op really is. After Dr. Needham explained today, any product, this could apply to the way this co-op is. It's just mind-boggling that even product companies could be using this concept. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that in.
I have it right now, do I?
The Breakfast Club Broadcast at Gmail. Perfect. Perfecto.
Excellent.
Okay, so we are at the end here, and certainly we're at the beginning, and just love what's going on here, Mark. That's all I can tell you. So anyway, have fun, everybody. Have a fun day today, and we will see you next. We're going to do a night version of this. We're going to do it looks like one day this week, Mark. I think with Thursday night, you and I are going to do this call, and we're going to, for those members, we're going to go over back office stuff. We're going to show you exactly We maybe even be able to get probably Jane on at that point, and we can go over some things, cover back office, cover a comp plan, cover the power of this, and I think it's going to be great. So we'll just get a notice out and let people know.
Sounds great.
All right. Well, have a great day, everybody. Mark, thanks for being here. Shirley as well for taking care of things. Appreciate it. Jane, we'll see you in the next meeting, and we'll get that all squared away. So thanks for all your comments and help here. What I say, Joe, will you be available on Thursday?
I said Jane.
Oh, Jane, you said that. Jane, will you be available on Thursday? Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk to her and see. I'll give you a call in a little bit, Jane. So have a great day, everybody. Thanks for being here, and we'll look forward to seeing you again at the Breakfast Club. Have a great day.
Peace and blessings, everyone.
Okay, she says what time Thursday?
Well, I'll take care of her.
Okay.
And here we go.